You order what?
I'm gonna go snow tubing.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Snow tubing.
Snow tubing.
So you don't really need a tube for that, do you?
I don't get it.
Just slide around in your ass.
No, you need a tube because that's how you go fast.
You
Try
have
going down on your ass,
okay.
you're just gonna.
You have enough energy to do that, but not enough to get a job. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That figures. Plenty of energy for play, none for work.
Stop.
Well, getting back to why you don't remember the 70s.
No, I remember the 70s. I just
Kind of like an indistinct blur. You know, you're sprinkling crumbs all over the old man's car.
Yeah, I see that. Thank you.
We'll clean it up.
In
Does
this
he-
mess.
Hey, I'm going to tell him you said that.
Oh, here, have a cookie.
I don't want a cookie. Thank you very much. I'm on a
You gotta
diet.
read your thingy.
I don't give a damn about a thingy.
I do. Read it.
Figure.
Oops.
Now that you better pick up. What's the matter with you?
Didn't mean to.
And I got video evidence of your slovenliness. How is this to eat a cookie? How is this to eat a cookie? My God. You raised in the ditch? What's the matter with you? Look at this.
I'm gonna get a part.
Why don't you just stuff the whole thing plastic and all right in your mouth? Chew it out of the plastic. Stop what?
Huh?
And don't talk with your mouth full. Basic good manners. Well, who am I talking to? Never mind.
What'd you say?
Hang fire.
No, what'd you say, really?
Okay, hang fire. Hang
I got a
fire.
cookie.
Did you find it?
I found it, but it keeps breaking.
Jesus. You dropped half the cookie down there. This car's going to have ants in it. It's going to be
Got
your...
it.
Well, now get rid of it. Eat it. Did you just throw the wrapper out there, too? You did, didn't you? You did. You threw the wrapper out there. So on top of everything else, you're also a litter bug.
Stop.
You're also a litter bug. That whole campaign.
Notice everything.
That whole campaign you missed in the 70s, like you keep America beautiful.
No, I remember the commercial with the Indian with tear coming down one eye.
But apparently it didn't take.
Why did he only have one tear coming down one eye for anyway?
Well, the other eye was reserved for the evil eye, which is giving you right now. Well, you know what? Nature has its way of getting revenge.
Stop!
I didn't even say what the revenge was going to be.
Stop! I know what you're talking about.
Well, actually, the revenge could be Mike. You know, yeah,
That's not nature.
could be in a way. It depends on how. It depends on what he does.
True.
Depends on what he does to you. You can have a big bag of nature.
No!
Yeah. They say, "Oh, Terry." Oh no, more likely it'll be there's Terry's car. How was your car, by the way?
Locked.
No, not that. Is it running good? Considering the cold and the snow and your abuse of it,
How do I abuse it?
do you check its fluids regularly? No, of course not. Why would you do that? Cars don't need oil and antifreeze and transmission fluid, do they? It's much cheaper to just let them run out and something blows up. This way you get the whole thing replaced and it's brand new. Yeah. Money's no object with you.
Stop!
What? Come on, you make $300,000 a year. You can afford it. Right? Oh, wait, that's right. Yeah, I forgot. You're unemployed and unemployable.
Stop!
Well, you know, this is how many weeks in a row now with no job prospects. Poor Scott is going to be so disappointed at the Terry show today.
Stop!
Well, he's going to be, because he was expecting and hoping that there was going to be a good story. Every single time I see him, the first thing he asks me, before he even says, "How you doing?" is, "So, did she get a job yet? And did she lose it? And what's she doing? And how many hours this week is it? How long did..." Well, he's trying to determine how long you're going to last in it. The longer the hours, he knows you're not going to last that long, so...
Why?
Come on, Terry, you don't want to work 8 hours a day. You don't want to work 5 hours a day. You don't want to work 3 hours. And 1 hour a day is more than work than you want to be asked. You don't want to work at all. You want to sit home and have Billy just give you money. I don't understand Billy. I'd cut that shit out fast. Well, I would.
Why?
Well, who the hell wants a deadbeat hanging around? You are not physically incapable.
Deadbeat.
You may be mentally incapable of work, but you're not physically incapable of work.
I'm not mentally incapable.
Well, then why can't you hold a job more than 5 minutes at a time?
No.
You must have at least a clue.
No.
You're 55 years old and you still...
I'm 55.
All right, fine, 54, and you're still
46, thank you.
bad enough to not know your own inadequacies on work history here.
It's not inadequacies.
You've been fired from every single job you've ever had.
But I don't know why.
And the fact that you're 46 and don't know why after all this time, that's disturbing. Most people have figured themselves out by the time they're 30. You've been doing what for the last 16 years? Oh, that's right, the Jamesons and the dope, I forgot.
No.
Yeah. Token, yeah. Too many Doobie Brothers records.
Oh, you're getting back to the 80s. They have, like, all the bands now are, like, starting to come back and, like...
Those guys must be geriatric by now.
Like, now I can finally see them in concert where I couldn't see them in the 80s.
Yeah, they're 95 years old. They can't move away that quick.
Like, I want to see Styx this summer.
You know how old those guys are?
Not that
They're
old.
all in their 60s. They have to go to the retirement home to bust those guys out. My God, they're probably dragging around those little, what do you call it, IVs and oxygen bottles, especially considering the lifestyles those guys had back then. Oh, boy. My God. I mean, even the youngest bands of the 80s are all in their 40s and 50s now. What, are you looking for money?
Yeah.
You lost your money.
No, I got it.
Good, why don't you give me some?
No.
I'll hold it for you.
No.
Yeah, let me hold it for you. This way, you'll know you won't get lost.
No.
Why not?
Cause...
You can, unlike you can trust me with money.
No.
I don't take other people's money. I've never mugged anybody in my life. You can't say that.
I didn't mug you.
You took my money without permission, forcibly. So what do you call
I
it?
didn't take it in the end. You gave it to me.
No, you ripped it out of my pocket.
And then you said, now you owe me. So that
Well, I
means
had
you
to.
gave it to me.
No, I didn't. How does you owe me equal to I give it to you? I didn't want to make a
That's
fuss.
what I heard.
I did not want to make a fuss with the kid there. If the kid hadn't been there, you'd have been in the deepest, the absolute deepest shit.
Why?
For mugging me.
But I didn't.
You took my money without permission.
Well, that was how I heard it.
You,
Yeah?
strong arm robbery is what it's called.
No.
Because I did resist.
I didn't have a gun or nothing.
Well, if you had, you'd have been dead. But yeah, I did attempt to prevent you from taking the money.
At first, but then...
Well, once you had it in your hand, my choices were to tackle you to the ground and pound you into unconsciousness and take it back, or have you arrested all in front of the kid. So the kid saved your ass that day. You should buy her something nice for that.
Stop!
Something a lot nicer than she gets you. But then again, it's you, so.
Well, she got me a nice necklace.
Well, if I did my shop at a dollar store, I would get something nice too.
It's not at the dollar store. It was at craft fair.
Oh, crap.
And I told her that I liked it.
Well, she must think you're older than you.
Why?
Because I see old ladies wearing stuff like that there.
I like it.
Well, you're... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't care what everybody else is wearing. I wear what I like.
You're 46 years old. Trust me, you're old lady. Yeah, it's too late. You might as well face...
Not.
It's time to embrace the horror, Terry. Age has found you. You know, none of us are young anymore. The 80s were ancient fucking history a long, long time ago. And the 70s even more
30
so.
years ago.
Yes, it was. Well, the 70s were 40.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. See, you got old. Wow, this camera shows real age. I'm looking at a skeleton on the screen here.
Stop it.
Yeah, it's too late.
I can't believe my niece is graduating from high school already.
Put it this way. People who graduated high school 10 years after we did are married with kids and middle-aged.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you know, if you don't meddle...
When you're in high school, like, the 4 years you're there, it seems like it never moves. And then when you get out, it, like, goes by so fast.
Well, yes.
You're like, where the hell did the time go?
Well, you know, it's a known fact. The older you get, time moves faster.
That's what I thought.
It's like a boulder rolling downhill.
Picks up speed.
Yes, it does. Now it's really moving for you.
You're older than me.
I'm getting younger, actually. Well, the witch made a curse, and now
Yeah, I don't think so.
it's reversing. I'm all the way back to 38 now. Yeah. Next year, I'll be 37. Well, you saw it on TV that time, no?
What?
Who played that character?
Benjamin Button?
No, one of Leonardo's characters there. Not Leonardo. What's his name? The kid from Titanic.
It's Leonardo DiCaprio.
DiCaprio. Yeah, that's right. Is his name? Remember the character he played where he gets younger and younger and younger?
It's Benjamin Button.
Was that his name? I didn't bother to remember.
Curious
It.
Case of Benjamin Button.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember. But yeah, see, that same thing. So see, if TV wouldn't lie, it shows it could happen.
That was a fiction story.
Like most of your work experience, yes. Yeah, old age has found you. Well, look, you're already blind in one eye. You're 75 pounds overweight.
I'm not 75 pounds overweight. Stop that.
See, that didn't get the hang fire effect. And you've gone gray, so, you know,
It's blonde.
you're right. It's more like it's white. White hair. Oh.
Blonde. Look, yellow.
I'm not talking about the ones you colored. I'm talking about...
Color.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. We believe that.
They're yellow.
It's a hairpiece, one or the other. Yeah.
You should talk about gray hair. Look at your hair.
I've had gray hair since I was in my 20s.
Why?
Well, I guess it was just life that did it, Terry. Having a slave for a living all the time, you know, stress of paying bills and all that crap makes you age quicker.
At 20?
I didn't say 20, I said my 20s. Like 27, 28, 29, I had gray hair then. And in my 30s, I got gray. In my 40s, I got gray hair. Yeah.
Billy has gray hair, but he swears it's because of me.
It is. He's absolutely right about that. I 100% believe that statement. And I'm so sorry for the guy.
Stop!
I can, you know, I only get a slight little bit of you once a week. That poor bastard gets the full blast of you 24 hours a day.
Isn't he lucky?
Well, he'll die quicker, that's for sure. If that's his aim, you'll put him in an early grave.
Why do you say such things? Holy shit.
Drives like you.
I don't drive like that. Even with one eye.
Maybe she's loaded.
Maybe.
Drunk, stoned, and sitting in her own poop. Like you the other day.
Yeah, right.
Poor Billy.
Why?
Well, he's got you for a wife.
Yeah.
He has to constantly be supporting you. You're supposed to be supporting him in his time of misfortune.
And I would if I had money.
To have money, you need to have a job. To have a job, you got to be able to keep a job, which you can't, so he's screwed. Poor bastard.
But I save us money wherever I can.
No, hold on a sec. You cost him money.
But no.
What did you just tell me in there? Billy got lucky and won a couple lottery tickets,
Yeah.
and he had to give the money to you.
I didn't have to. He just does.
If he didn't, he'd be trapped in the house with you all day long.
No, he was going out today anyway.
Where's he going?
To the bar.
Oh, good for him. So he can go to the bar and get loaded, but he can't go to work.
I did talk to him. I have no idea.
Gold bricks. The both of you are gold bricks.
To anywho. What was I saying?
We were talking about you being a gold brick.
No, before that.
Why your hair is gray?
No, after that.
Your weight problem?
Way after that.
You're mugging me.
No. We were just talking about something.
Age and decrepitude.
No.
Yes, we were. Age and decrepitude. We're looking at both right now.
Shut up. We were just talking about something else and I don't remember what. I hate when that happens. God damn it.
Hang fire.
Shut up,
Well, what does Mike call you?
dummy.
There you go. There you go. Right there, you got it. Mike is vindicated for that name. Yeah.
Stop.
Well, I don't tell me. You're the one whose mind just blanked. This is your brain on drugs.
I hate when that happens.
I know. Don't you now regret all those endless hours spent in
Don't talk to me about that because Billy today, he said, when's Father's Day?
Yeah?
I said, June. He's like, oh, I thought it was in February sometime.
Yeah, so what's the matter with that?
Oh.
Okay, let me
He's
explain
only gone by
something.
a few months.
Let me explain something to you. Billy is a guy, Terry. We do not remember dates like that.
Why? You remember dates of wars and all that crap?
Because that's interesting shit.
Oh my God.
The other dates like that, if they're on the calendar, we remember them. Otherwise, good luck. Your birthday, who cares?
That's not true because he always remembers my shit.
Yeah, to avoid the looks and the pouting and the whining. So he probably has a special calendar for that. Every husband has that.
No, he really, I'm amazed sometimes with him because, like, he never forgets my birthday. He never forgets our anniversary. He even remembers the year.
All days that cost him money.
No, but he even remembers the year that we got married.
Yes, that's a tragedy for him. Of course he remembers it. Why would he not remember that? My God. That's the day he ruined his whole life. Of course he remembers that.
Stop it!
That, I imagine so, yeah. Poor bastard. The day he said I do? What guy's going to forget that? Unless, of course, they have a happy marriage. Then maybe they might.
Stop!
Hey, you know what? Does he remember all his girlfriends? Yeah, their dates too?
I don't think so.
No? How do you know?
Probably because I don't think he does.
Well, when they talked to you, did they ever tell you? He was such a considerate boyfriend. He gave me gifts on my birthday and my
I
anniversary.
don't talk to them.
I thought you did.
No.
Oh, I thought you were friendly with
Why
him.
would I talk to his girlfriend?
Well, when they come to the house, they pet your cat and play with your
Stop!
video games.
They don't play with my cat.
And play with your computer. And
No.
probably do. You don't even know it.
No.
Probably doing it right now, in fact.
No.
There's one on the couch, cuddled up with Billy watching TV with the cat in her lap. Or on her shoulder going, nice kitty, nice. And the cat's probably come on, the cat's enjoying it. The cat's getting pet. She's purring and cuddling.
My cat would not.
Doing that thing like this and on the face with the chin. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Cat's a cat. They all do the same things.
My cat would not betray me like that.
Of course she would.
No, she would not.
For half of a sardine, she'd sell you down. She'd sell you out in a
not.
heartbeat.
My cat loves me.
Hey, kitty, you want some fancy feast? Meow. You'd be right over to my place 2 seconds. You've forgotten. Gone. Better opportunities on the horizon.
I don't think so.
Cat treats. If that cat was given the opportunity to live in Mike's house, gourmet cat food, top-of-the-line medical care, kitty cat beds, kitty cat watering troughs, automatic litter box.
He has
Cat
an automatic
treat-
litter box?
Yes, he does.
How does it work?
It somehow manages to sift out the chunks from the regular stuff. I
But
don't
does
know
he
how.
still have to clean it?
We empties a bag now and again. It kind of like rakes it all into a bag or something like that.
But isn't there something like that they have where it hooks up to the toilet or something?
Not in this
A
case.
real
Maybe
self-cleaning one?
they do. I don't know. I haven't seen that style. But cat treats whenever they want them,
She gets that.
all the time.
Yeah.
How can you afford it all the time?
We always get our treats.
And I'm talking about. Uh-oh.
What?
No. And I'm talking about the really, really good cat treats.
Like what?
The ones that cost like $15 a bag.
Why would anybody get cat treats that cost $1?
I don't know, but Scott did once. some expensive cat treats. I don't know what they were, but they were expensive. It's expensive enough that I remember the fact that they were expensive. $1 a bag, I'm not going to notice, but more than that, I probably will. And it must have been more than $5 if I'm remembering
You
it.
sure it wasn't $1.50?
No, it's probably more like that. I wouldn't remember. $5, I'd remember. $10, I'd remember something like that. So I remember it was a lot. I just don't remember how much. Yeah.
What do you get them, like organic stuff?
Something like that. I don't know. Something from Stu Leonard's. Something really high end. Oh yeah. Yeah, that cat will sell you out in a heartbeat.
No, my cat loves me.
Yeah.
She does.
She's waiting for you
She
to.
cuddles with me every single minute that I'm there.
Yeah, you know what she's thinking?
What?
When is she gonna die so I can start to feed?
No, she's not.
Oh, I'll tell you. I told you the disgusting story of Pat and the guy when he was drilling a well.
I don't know. Probably not.
This was years ago over in Carmel. It was actually one of my customers, and hadn't seen him in a while. Found out why eventually. Pat and his crew, when he was working for Boyd's, were drilling a well. And I guess on lunch break or something, they're all hanging around, drinking beer, whatever. And they smell something. So Pat goes to see if he thought it was a dead deer, some dead animal, something like that. Goes to the next yard. He's looking around, smelling. Looks in the door, and there's a decomposing corpse on the floor
Ew.
being eaten by the guy's cats. They ate him.
Ew.
The guy was an old man. He was a shut-in, a hoarder, and he had like 15 cats in the house. He was an animal hoarder. And when he passed away, they had no food. So they started to eat him.
Ew.
And they got quite a ways, apparently.
That's disgusting.
Tell me about it. Pat thought so, too. Oh, yeah, he booked out of there. I threw up, too. That was it for his lunch. Yeah. He said it smelled horrible. I imagine. I know it does, but... Oh, yeah. That was a long time ago. But the guy was actually a customer of mine down the yard. And I had gotten him a window glass and such for his Cadillac, and he had never even gotten to put it in. It was still in the car when they brought it down to us. They junked his car with us. It was a purple 69 Cadillac. I'll never forget that. Yeah, he had a heart attack and died in the house. And that wasn't the only time. Remember Mrs. Brady? Jack? Was that after you moved? Were you still living there when Jack died?
Jack who?
Was her friend that came to the tag sales all the time. Large, older man with white hair. Used to do a lot of flea markets, tag sales, and shit like that.
Sounds familiar.
Well, he died, and Mrs. Brady wanted to go over to his house and check on him. She didn't know he was dead. She tried to call him several times because they had some business thing going on, and couldn't get a hold of him. So she asked me, maybe we should go over there. I said, Mrs. Brady, maybe we ought to call the police and have them check. Okay, if something's happened to him, probably best to let the authorities find whatever it might have. So she did. She had to call twice, and finally the sheriff's office sent over a deputy. Knocked on the door, no response. Walked around the back of the house, peeked through the kitchen window. There's Jack on the kitchen floor. He's been there a week. Yeah. It was winter, but the heat was on in the house, so there was some smell. And he had an animal also. A cat and a little dog. And I guess they got hungry. Yeah, they started with the extremities. And, well, that's what happened. So it's just a good thing that we didn't go over there looking for him. For her to see that, oh my God. That would have been world ending. Yeah. She actually got interviewed over it. Because they wanted to know what she knew about because they couldn't find his family. And they wanted to know what she knew about him, any of his relatives, stuff like that. She got interviewed by the police over a suspicious death. Because they didn't initially know why he was dead.
Suspicious?
Well, when you find someone face down on the kitchen floor and you don't know why, there's nothing obvious, it's suspicious until they say otherwise. They had to autopsy him to find out he had a heart attack. And just because the man is 75 years old does not necessarily mean he died of natural causes. He could have been bludgeoned. He could have been... When a body starts to decompose, sometimes it's hard to tell if someone's been injured. And when there's animals at it, it's even worse. Well, you'll find that out one day.
Stop!
Oh, come on. I can see you. If you somehow live through the next 35 years, it's going to be you in a little Section 8 apartment there with 55 cats.
Stop!
And one day, all that partying in the 80s...
I am not the animal hoarder. Mike is.
My God, Terry. You just don't know when to stop, do you? You don't know when to stop. 22 minutes and 25 seconds. You are just... that is unbelievable. I cannot believe you said that on camera. You know his reaction is going to be to that. And you wonder why he's going to get you, right? Now...
But he's
right,
going to anyway, so I might as well.
So you're just going to say anything you want about him? Anything else you want to say about him?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
I mean, while you're on a roll.
No.
I mean, you've already stuck your head in the news anyway, so anything you say now, who cares? It's all free now. You know what they say about the first murder?
What?
It's very, very expensive. You know why?
Why?
Because you're going to get the electric chair for that murder. You know what they say about the second murder? It's free. Because you already did the first one. What are they going to do to you about the second one? And the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth? The first murder is always the most expensive. In your case, the first dumbass comment is always the most expensive. So go ahead. You've already spent the whole lot here, so go on. Anything else you want to say about Mike?
But I think it's nice, though, that he likes cats.
Uh-huh.
No, really, I do.
Yeah, the animal hoarder likes cats. Okay.
Nope. I was kidding about that.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's going to take it that way. Because you have, I think, mentioned that before.
No, yeah.
Now you've just reinforced it's only going to fuel his rage.
But no, I really do think that that's nice that he likes cats like
Well, I hope you do too, because like I said, when you're in that little Section 8 apartment there, living on the government tit, of course, it's just going to be you and all the stray cats you've been picking up on the street for 15 years. And one day...
How could you not, though? I mean, if they walk up to you and...
Yeah, well, of course you're going to. Well, one day, you're going to keel over into their poop.
No.
And after a few, and there's nobody around, so you're going to start to rot. And guess what? The cat's going to start to eat.
That's why we even started feeding the cats down where you
Human
were.
flesh. Really. You've been feeding them human flesh.
No, we were feeding the cats down where you live. Well, down where we lived. But they would come to us.
Yeah.
And before, I guess, making their way up to you. And we would feed them, and then Marie always got mad about us feeding them. I don't know why, but...
She didn't want stray animals peeing all over her plants and everything else around the yard. And in her garage.
They're only plants.
Well, they used to go in her garage and pee all over everything, too.
What?
She also has the door open on the garage. They go in there and spray all over the stuff.
That wasn't our fault. They were going to walk there anyway.
Well, she don't know that. You were attracting them by feeding them.
But they were making their way up to your house anyway.
And maybe they wouldn't have paused unless you put a reason if it didn't pause.
I don't think so.
Well, in any case, that's going to...
They wanted food, so I fed them.
Crazy cat lady / hoarder found decomposed and half-eaten in 5th floor walk-up apartment.
15th floor walk-up apartment. You crazy?
I said 5th.
Even that.
You know, like 5th to Jameson's? If I said 5th to Jameson's, you'd have caught that right away, wouldn't you? I didn't say 15th to Jameson's, even though you'd like that even more. Yeah. That's going to be your end. I can see that.
15th would be smaller.
I can see that coming already, you know? I can already see that coming. Doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. So while you're on a roll, you got anything you want to say about Scott?
No.
No? You had some comments before about his trains.
Oh, no, I just said about what does he do with them? I thought that he didn't get trains anymore.
Oh.
And then I said, so where does he put them? And then he said you didn't know, and maybe he was selling them out. I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
That's all I said about that.
All right, we'll see about that. Well, my pocket recorder might say something else when I dump it in here.
Only if you put something different on it.
It's your voice.
That's not. I didn't say anything else about him. That was all I said.
Okay, all right. You gonna go with that? Go right ahead.
That was all I said. You know it. What else did I say then?
I don't know. Something to get you in trouble, I'm sure.
No.
Well, you did make a crack about him last week.
What?
About his weight.
Oh, God, I did not. Don't even.
Boy, you got defensive really quickly, didn't you? That is what we call.
I hate when you fucking do that.
That is what we call a defensive reaction
No, it's
to
not.
a statement you've made. Somebody back there?
No.
Yeah, you got defensive.
Yeah, because I hate when you fucking do that.
You got really defensive all of a sudden, and most people, if it's them, like I said, they just say, "I didn't say that." What are you talking about? That wasn't me.
Yeah, bullshit.
They're not gonna go. They're gonna go. That's a panic reaction.
I wonder why I do that.
That's a panic
Because
reaction.
you make shit up all the time, and
Most people would just laugh and go, "Yeah, right. He knows I didn't say that." That's not what you did.
how's he gonna know I didn't say that?
You could have just said, "Yeah, right. I didn't say that."
Yeah.
Instead, you get all defensive immediately, like you've been caught doing something
No,
wrong.
because he's gonna think that I said that now because
Well, he does know you.
they
So.
believe everything
Ow!
I say and nothing that I say, apparently.
Well, you have a history of lying and deceit, so why would they believe you?
How would they know? They don't even know me that
They've
well.
heard all the Terry stories and they've seen the old videos.
What old videos?
The ones where Billy tells all about the things you've done.
I haven't seen them.
Oh, I haven't put them up yet. That's right, but they've seen them.
What does he say that I've done?
The story about the hot dog rolls, the story of you and the 13-year-old, the story of you and the
That's stupid.
12-year-old, I'm sorry, and all the other
Just
stuff.
Dancing.
Suggestively with a minor while you
That's
were drunk.
just how I dance, especially when I'm drunk.
Oh, my God.
And he was just there.
Yes, everybody grabs a child for that.
I
Yeah,
didn't grab him.
not what I heard.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, Billy had a lot to say about that one. Oh, boy, your sordid past.
No.
No wonder you don't remember a lot of the days between the 70s and now.
Stop it.
Well, I'm just saying, you know, when you spend your time in an alcoholic haze,
Ooh,
don't break the old man's car.
that's a horn.
Yeah, don't be playing with it. It's not your horn. This isn't your car.
I want to blow it.
I'm sure you want to blow many things, but don't blow that. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, that's where the money really came from. Hey, Jorge, what's your... Amigo, you ready for another turn? Yeah, you got $5? No, $3? You got $3? $2. The Mamacita, yeah, she's right here.
Stop that.
Well, I tell you, you must have been busy for about a month to get $60. At least you got a job doing something. Next to me at that titty bar up the pole there. Oh, they don't have
That's
that no
not
more, do
there
they?
anymore.
What happened to it?
Joe's father owned that place.
Joe's father.
My fiance.
Really?
Yeah.
What was the name of the place? I forget.
It was the Lake Lounge.
The Lake Lounge. Your boyfriend's father owned the Lake Lounge.
My ex-boyfriend's father.
Oh
owned
my
that.
God, sleaze never stops.
Well,
That was funny because David was just talking about that place the other day.
what was he saying about it?
Well, just
But you know the thing? That his father, like, after they closed it, they sold it and everything, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. And then he bought it